Yep. It's been a couple of months because December was just one project. So I'm just going to launch right into it because I finished the Knives Out jumper right before Christmas, like just in time for Nick to wear it to see my family for Christmas. And you can see all of the cables, and it's so much cable down the sleeves, it's on the back. It's so much, it's so heavy, it's a kilo. It's a jumper that weighs a kilo, but it's done and it's beautiful and it's done. That's the important part, it's done. And my other big project that I've been doing for ages is also done. The snail rug. Doo-doo-doo. I hope you think it is effervescent. I love it. It's so soft. And I've just sort of folded over the back and sewn it down so that it doesn't fray. So that's now a usable rug, which I haven't actually used as a rug yet because it was so much work and it's so pretty and I don't want to spoil it with feet, which kind of defeats the point of making a nice rug, but it is honestly one of the nicest things I own, I think, at this point. It's so soft. Like, just stroking a punch needle rug is very good. It's very stimmy. And then January happened, and I made many small things. I did also make some progress on Godzilla, to be fair. But then I ran out of the main colour this one. So I'm going to have to go to the market and see if they have the right colour. Because you can't colour match online. The screen, you don't know for sure, and I don't know what brand my thread is, because it's just like a cross-stitch starter kit, which doesn't seem to be sold by a brand that makes thread, so I don't know what brand the thread is, which is really helpful and something I should have considered when I was buying it. But it was cheap, and I was experimenting with a new craft, so I didn't want to spend loads of money. You know how it is. But yeah, then I got into crocheting ear flap hats for some reason. I don't know why I'm sneezing so much. But I made this one, which I love. It's an owl, which is my favourite. And it covers my ears. Because the problem I find is that ear muffs feel really antisocial. But your ears get cold. So now my ears will be warm. And obviously I made one for Nick as well. It's a dinosaur one. So that's the front. Dinosaur one. And I also made a cat one and just a ridiculously brightly coloured one for some friends, which hopefully Nick is inserting here into the frame. I hope they're inserted into those corners, otherwise it's going to look really silly. And yeah, I also made this for a friend, because a friend of ours is doing a physics PhD, and I don't know a lot of physics, but I know that spherical cows are a thing. So this is a spherical cow. So what happened was, the game shop that I play D&D at has a thing about a frog god. I'm going to take this off to get in warm. Who's like a frog with tentacles and he's all evil and, frog god. So I made one which ended up very spherical, and it turns out it's really satisfying to just crochet a sphere. So yeah, the friend's PhD was kind of an excuse to just make another spherical animal. Also, hopefully picture frog god here, or somewhere on screen, frog god. Yeah. If you have an idea for another animal I should make spherical, do tell me, because I'll take any excuse, quite honestly. And I got some short DPNs. They're magical. I made my first glove. It's so blue. And it was so much less faff because I used 5-inch instead of 10-inch DPNs. Second glove incoming. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just playing with my own hand now. That's the level of lockdown we're at. I'm playing with my own hands to entertain myself. This is also a lot easier with DPNs because it's a pattern I've used before. It's just a blanket made of hexagons that are all knitted together. You pick up along the edges and then you just decrease until it's made a hexagon. And that's also a lot easier with shorter DPNs. Because theoretically you could make the hexagons bigger, but at some point it's still going to be that size because it's worked from the outside. So you're still going to have trouble with long needles. So yeah, I'll put a link to this in the description because it's a free pattern on Ravelry and it's one of my favourite blankets and it's a really good stash buster. And I know if you're watching this, you've got a yarn stash. Don't pretend you don't. We all do. It's everyone's secret shame. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully, I'm going to start doing some folk history videos again at some point. Just need to sort of get the energy levels back up, which you can probably tell from the amount of moving my hands that I'm getting there. So that is incoming at some point this month, hopefully. Yeah, that's it. I hope everyone had a good New Year, Christmas, January, Lunar New Year, Hanukkah, whatever else happened in December and January. And I'll be back soon.